Hello everyone, welcome back to becoming a professional trumpet player with me. This morning I thought I'd show my warm-up, and if you're a brass player, you're welcome to play along. So usually for my warm-up, I'd say it's around right now 30 to 40 minutes, just going through a few fundamental things that get me ready for playing for the rest of the day. I try and do the full thing every morning, but some mornings, if I have rehearsal at 8 in the morning, I don't want to get up super early to warm up and then wait, because ideally, if you do a long warm-up like this, you want to wait before you play. You don't want to do a long warm-up like this right before a gig or rehearsal or something like that. That's just going to make you tired, and it's not going to help you in any way. So this is pretty much what I do every single day. That's what I was trying to say. Usually start out just by activating my lips and my tongue compression. So do a little free buzzing, not really on a pitch or anything, just kind of focusing on just activation. I'm in a parking garage right now, so there'll be some cars moving and background noise, but the trumpet's loud, so you'll be able to hear everything once I start playing. Yeah, so just some lip stuff at first. That's pretty much it. Just when I feel like I'm ready with my lips, then I move on to the mouthpiece and just do the same thing for like 10 more seconds. Yep. And that's all for, with the trumpet warm-up. That's all I really do for that. So then I put the horn together, and I start off with Schlossberg 2, 6, and 8, and I do them as quiet as possible. And for 2 and 6, I go down to the pedals as well, the same pattern, just in the pedals, and play them with a metronome. I'm trying to think anything else different from how they are. I hold out the last note or the implied last note and try and diminuendo off that. Yeah, so just mostly soft, long tones. It's really cold today, so. Probably the coldest day I've had here in Arizona, living here so far. And if, since I'm also working on my attacks, if any of these notes come out funny or not how I want them to, I just restart that single module within the exercise. Like if my B flat doesn't come out right, I just redo that B flat. next section. And that last note, just hold out as long as comfortable. Next section. Let me move the metronome a little further away so it's not super loud on the camera. All right, pedals. Yep. Now all that all over again, but with Schlossberg 6. Accidentally went into the pedals there. Didn't mean to do that. Sometimes it happens. You space out and you keep going down, and you should have stopped. Okay. You can only play the pedals so quiet, so I'm not too concerned about how those were louder than everything else. It's more about having the smooth connection between the different pedal notes and keeping the air speed good. All right, Schlossberg 8. And this one, through the just same fingerings for every single note. Like bugle fingerings, not the actual fingerings. Here, I'll show it. Like that. Just do that for all of them. really cold. And I don't do pedals there. It doesn't really work with pedals. Like, you can't smear between partials in the pedal range. So, yeah. Next thing I do is, this is sort of a newer thing I do now to help with my attacks, is the Gecker Slow Studies 9, I think, like page 36, 37, 38 in the book. Same tempo, starting out with quarter note pulse, and then doing it again, slurred and tongued in triplet pulse, and the slurred is the bugle fingerings. Yeah, okay. And this one, I am going to definitely reset, because I'm really focusing on my attacks, and it's really, these are pretty tricky. So yeah, like right there, I just redid that partial that I scooped into. I recommend, if you're playing along, do the same thing. You know, pause if you need to. Just hold yourself accountable, because that's not going to change unless you make a change. one I had to reset a little bit more. Nothing wrong with that. Also accidentally played the bugle fingerings. If you ever air out like I just did there, it just means that there's something stopping your air from moving through correctly. I had to kind of reset to fix that, but it's important to be mindful, you know, something to be, just always be thinking forward. Yeah, triplet feel. Love sharp's pretty hard today. I'm just not entering it centered, and then it airs it out. Yeah, a few brain farts, but that's how it goes with that part. Next, I do some flexibility tonguing thing, because I was already doing a bit of flexibility, but this is more applied flexibility. So this is just going to be the bottom partial, first approaching it from the bottom, so da ya 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 ya, and then from the top, yo 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 yo. If that makes sense. Take it pretty fast right now, and then also tonguing every 4 groupings, and then tonguing like a long tone at the very end, and then switching and then alternating like the direction, and that'll probably make more sense when I play it. The hardest part is playing it at tempo at the very start. If you don't have it in your head yet, you have to like force it out. Okay, at this point I do feel pretty warmed up. It's important to like figure out when in your actual warm-up you feel warmed up, because it might not be at the very end. It might be somewhere in between, like right now. So about 25 minutes in, that's when I feel pretty warmed up today. But I'm going to keep going, of course. So now doing this kind of the same thing, so combining both. Tonguing groupings of 2 now, 4 starting down, 4 starting up, and then down, up, if that makes any sense. One, two, and three valve combinations got me a bit of a tongue twister today. Okay. Now I put the metronome away. Yeah, so that was like the big fundamental stuff. So if my warm-up had to be cut short, I guess I would stop here. I'd still be fine. The rest of this is going to be more ear training related, flow study. So the first thing, starting on F sharp, doing a kind of a Chikowitz flow study, like pentatonic thing, and then doing a scoop up to F sharp on top of the staff. Then doing a 2-octave scale, slurred, all same note length, or try to keep the same note length. Trying to make it musical too. And then arpeggio with a lip trill on the top note. It's around this time I do a tuning note, just to make sure the pitches that I'm playing are good, like pitches to hear and to remember. Right on it. Great. It's not always like that. Sometimes I have to adjust. But yeah. I'll just start and here we go. My lip trill is a little stiff, so if that happens, I usually just work on that a little bit, get it loose again. There we go. Okay, so just do that and then just go up by half steps until till I can't go any higher. And this is especially important why I would rest after this, because this isn't really warming up at this point. It's also just building range and exercises. Yeah, so sometimes that's just E flat, high E flat, or sometimes it's up to double G or higher. Just depends day to day, right? So the tip is to not to overdo it. Just stop when you know you should stop. Yeah. Okay. If I miss a note like that on my scale, just redo it. There we go. No trip notes. So, yeah. Don't be afraid to redo things until you get them right. Yeah, that was probably the worst attack. The first worst attack I've had today. Scooping notes. So cold. My fingers are not working with me right now. So around at this point, I stopped doing the little lip trills. I'll maybe do it on C and maybe D flat, but to get to see add the pedals in for the arpeggio. D flat, pretty tricky. Someone was waving at me. As we're now getting to some higher notes, trying to keep them in tune still. That arpeggio D was a little flat, at least to my ear it was. Using different fingerings and stuff, just figuring out how to keep everything in good intonation with itself. With these higher scales as well, tongue placement is super important, so I have to take them slower to get the right notes out. That was a little silly. How high can I go? I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely can get an E and an F probably. We'll see from there. Yeah, my tongue placement, that's the tricky part. Not really straining up there, but my tongue wasn't in the right spot, and so the note wasn't just coming out. It's tricky, it's tricky. Yeah, again, there's that going in and out there. The air was there, it's just getting interrupted. Probably F will be my last one. That's my guess. Yeah. Don't try and force it out. You know, if it gives out like that, it's not coming back. So don't waste your energy on it. All right, let's see if I can get it on the scale. Yeah, so the higher I go, you'll see the notes get a little sloppier. That's just because you've played, or at least I have played, the higher ones fewer, right? You build your range, you don't start high. So, no shame about that. Yeah, I think I'll stop there. I mean, the F was coming out fine on the scale and arpeggio. It sounded pretty nice, but I don't feel like I need to go any further today. Yeah, that's my warm-up. Video's a little longer than I expected, but probably because I was talking. Hope you found this helpful at all, or interesting, or insightful. Perhaps there's ways that I can do my warm-up better too. You know, I don't think my warm-up's perfect yet, so I'd love to hear what anyone thinks about doing this. Yeah, have a good day, and more videos in the future, more progress. That's the plan. See ya.